Hello. Hi. Hey, Rao. Testing, testing. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Boom, 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 bim, bim, boom. Okay, let's do this. Yo. What number are we on? No idea. Cinco. 5. Lima. Go. I think is Japanese for 5. All right. So we are on number 5. And yeah, it's 4:00 in the morning. I got up at 2 a.m. today. We are so busy. 2 kids, business. So if I want to do this podcast, I gotta be up fucking early, because as soon as my daughter realizes I'm not in bed, she bolts out of the room crying, and she wants to be with me, so she'll bust in here, and takes me about 15 to 20 minutes to calm her down, maybe bring her back upstairs, put her back to sleep. So that would really throw a big fucking monkey wrench into the podcast. So I gotta beat her by waking up fucking early. And I think that's a good metaphor. If you really want something in life, the Tao is gonna make it hard for you, to test you, to see how badly you want it. And if you keep passing these tests, you'll have it. And the tests get really, really hard as you progress, until it's really like 99% of you doesn't want to do it anymore. And you just have to push through it. And that's what I learned. When I graduated top of my class, UC Riverside, I was tested every time, every quarter. The first quarter was easy. Easily got 3 A's in a row. I was shooting for a 4.0. And but every quarter got subsequently harder and increasingly harder. And yeah, like one time I got an A-. And for me to get a 4.0, you have to get all A's. So I had to appeal that grade. And that's just like one of the things I did. So story for another time. But it's not just you study hard, you get A's. It's not that simple. The Tao's going to throw things in your way that are really hard to beat. And you're going to have to do things you don't want to do, that are really uncomfortable for you, as tests that you have to pass. And when you pass these tests, when you do these things that you're not willing to do, that you're uncomfortable to do, then you get it. And then it's not done, because then the Tao will throw you something even harder. And it keeps testing you, with the ultimate goal of you letting go your ego, your fears, progressively, until you are completely destroyed, your ego. And only then do you finally get there. All right, we talked about dismemberment in the past podcast. So that's basically dismemberment. You're tearing your ego, pieces off your ego. Each test, you have to let go a little more. You have to let go of your pride. You got to let go of your desire. You got to let go of your goals. You got to let go of you and what you want. And then only will you, once you let go of everything, then you finally get what you want. All right, so let's begin with a song. I felt this was fitting for this time, 4 a.m. Let's go. All right. Let's get this party started. Oh, man. I think I need to work out next time. If it's going to be this early, just get a little pick me up. Or we do what we love and let that build a fire in our hearts. Let's try that. All right. Let's do this. Let's go. All right, man. Let's go. What are we talking about today? Okay, first of all, if you're enjoying this podcast, don't forget to 720 spin kick that like button. Don't forget to do a twist of fate off the turnbuckle onto that like button. Don't forget to X-Buster that like button. Don't forget to Stone Cold Stunner that like button. Don't forget to take that like button, do a spine buster, take off your elbow pad, and do the people's elbow. If you smell what The Rock is cooking on that like button. And the subscribe button. If you enjoy this podcast, I need your help to get this thing out there. So if you feel people will benefit from this podcast, and I believe they will, and I believe you're watching this because you also believe the same, then drop kick that subscribe button. French kiss that subscribe button. Right? Gently caress against that subscribe button. Because it helps. It helps this podcast get out there much faster. Because time is of the essence. Right? There is no tomorrow. There is no tonight. There is no next year. Now is the time. We don't know when we're going to go. So let's fucking go. Right now, today, get this shit out there and then do what you love to do. Get started. Right? Help me out. Subscribe. Like, let me know in the comments anything you're feeling, anything you're thinking, what you love, what you hate about the world, this podcast, anything. Especially also, if you want me to answer any questions, drop it in the comments. I'm going to compile the questions and answer them in the next podcast. Anything and everything. I'd love to answer it. So, also the Patreon only episode is going to drop this week. And basically it's a 1-hour episode. I talk like this, but it doesn't get released on YouTube. It's a Patreon bonus. It's $5 a month. And you also get the uncut YouTube videos, which, you know what I've decided? I don't want to cut the YouTube videos unless I really have to. But I'm only going to cut the copyright stuff. So like when I have a song in the beginning to get me pumped up, or it's just a song that I'm feeling at the moment, that's going to get cut out. But you can see it on the Patreon. Yeah. And also I'm going to start keeping count on my videos, like what number of podcasts it is. I know I said I don't want to do that, but I had a change of heart. And, I read this in Marcus Aurelius's Meditations book, where he said, don't be afraid to change your mind if the evidence points you that way. And I think that's a really great thing, because nobody wants to change their mind, because I think the main fear is that you think people are going to think you're unreliable or like you're stupid because you change your mind or keep changing your mind, or what you said was, you don't stand by what you said. And I feel like if you truly believe something, go for it. But if later down the road, the evidence proves that wrong, change your way. Don't keep going down that way. Right? Like, if you know this way is wrong, don't just go down that way because you don't want to look bad. Go the better way. I think life is all about just changing directions to the better way. And throughout every day, you're learning what's better. Like, dude, what I thought was cool, like 15 years ago, like drinking 12 shots, popping a pill, dropping acid all the same day. I thought that was a great idea. I mean, maybe it's like cool to try, but not something I want to do excessively. Right? You can't even feel anything. Like, there's no point in drinking once you're rolling. Or you don't even get drunk. So now you're just blasting your liver and not getting drunk. But then you're going to get the hangover, right? So some things you think are cool in the moment and everyone's doing it, so you think it's fine. But later you kind of like realize it's not cool, then you can stop. You don't have to keep doing this thing that you've been doing forever. A lot of people basically kill themselves doing the same thing over and over again, even though they know it's not good for you anymore. Whether it's overeating, over drinking, drugs, social media, screens, any addiction. Everything is okay in moderation, but when you like do it excessively every single day, you do it, dude. Like Robert Dyrdek had a good video. He's like, you can only do 15 to 25 things a day, and you tend to do the same things every day. You have like habits. Like you always watch Netflix, you always smoke a cigarette or hit a vape or have a drink. But you do that every day, the same one, it's taking away your limited things you can do that day. 15 things left to do. You only have 15 things. I really think it's like more like 15. 25 is if you're really fucking hustling. Bam, 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 bam. But technically you have like 15 things you can fit into one day. And if you're if 10 of those things are beating up your body every single day, doing the same thing, drinking, smoking, screens, draining your time, dude, 10 years of that, 20 years of that, 30 years of that, your body's going to be in a bad place. Most people, a lot of people that stop drinking, they wait till they have liver cirrhosis, which is basically right before liver failure, if not already liver failure, which means you die. The next step is death. They wait till that to stop, right? So watch for what you do every day. Make sure these things are giving your life, not taking your life. All right. Fuck yeah, man. Let's go. Yeah. So yeah, how to change a heart. I want to keep count. Sometimes I feel like I do something because I feel like it'll keep me safe. So like I don't want to keep count because I feel like that's an ego thing to do, to count your wins and kind of like self-congratulate. So I had a fear of that. That's why I didn't want to do it. And it's true. Most of the time that's why people do that. But it's not an absolute. Sometimes it's good to count. Like, hey, I said I love you to my daughter 10 times this month. That's a wonderful thing to count. It is a little bit self-congratulatory, but it's like, it's using that ego or egoic, like counting wins and self-congratulatory in a positive direction. So sometimes you can do that. Or like there's these apps, like meditation apps, or like every time you do a meditation, it'll show you your consecutive streaks, and it like has like a big like confetti pops out on your phone. Like these are all dopamine. It triggers your dopamine, but these are using dopamine in a positive way, right? Because you're meditating, you're giving time for yourself, you're uniting with the one in you, with God or higher power or Tao. I'm going to always call it Tao, right? That's synonymous with God, all the different versions of higher power, universe. You're like reconnecting with the Tao in you, with your heart. And that's not a bad thing. So that's why I'm going to count now, because I think it's nice. It's nice because it's hard to get in here. Honestly, today, I was like, man, it's so early. I'm so tired. Maybe I should drink coffee first. Maybe I should work out first. Maybe I should sleep more. All these excuses. But I know, like, if I do this any later, the kids might wake up and I miss my opportunity. So I just got to do it. And I just did it. And I'm here. And this is number 5. And that's a big deal. 5 times now I've done this. And that's cool. That's really cool. It's an honor. It's an honor to get to do this. For you guys to be listening, for you to listen. You. Not you guys, you're one person, right? Right there. It's an honor. And for the guys that have been consistently watching, it's an honor. For sure. Okay. So, I write all these things down that I want to talk about, and really I just talk about the first item, and then I go off on Shalom was saying, like, no one knows. No one knows where you're going to go in this podcast. And I like that. I liked it when she said that. I don't want to know. I don't want to really plan this and craft it and edit it and perfect it It's all about imperfection. It's all about real, right? What's real? Yeah. So you want to see what's real? Check out the emergency interview from Andrew Tate with Jack Neal. It's on YouTube. Or you can go to Twitter, Cobra Tate, and you can see Andrew Tate drops this 3-hour interview. And he said, don't release it unless I am taken to jail or killed. He did this interview like a month ago. Yeah, and you can see what's real. And you can see the Matrix in action. You know, it's an illusion. They've placed over our eyes lies attacking Andrew Tate, saying he's this and that and this and that. He's a misogynist. He's a homophobic and like a bad person, human trafficker, and all this. All lies. All lies. You know. So check out that video. And you can see what they do to people that are real and come from love and are actually trying to change things, and see what they do to these people. Right? The narrative is these people are bad. All these sources say, look, they're bad, they're this, they're anti-this, anti-that, anti-that, to get you to hate them, even though none of it's true. And then it justifies when they're taken out. You know, that's what happened with Jesus, right? He was a political activist. His parables were anti-Roman Empire. Took him out. Teaching love. Waking people up, healing people. Took him out. Right? This is the same thing over and over again. Charlie Kirk. He was waking up everybody. He was never racist. He was never homophobic. Or, yeah, he said all people are welcome to Christianity, to Jesus, and to America. And they changed the narrative, made him look like he's a hater, but he doesn't. He welcomes everyone. And he was helping people. He was getting too big. Took him out. Now Andrew Tate. He was helping dudes because the narrative is like dudes are bad, masculinity is bad, men are bad. Not men are bad. Only some men are bad. See, like when you hear something that says an entire group of people is bad, that's someone trying to control you, send you against us versus them, send you against another group. So then you groups start fighting, like left versus right, men versus women, gays versus straights, like Russia versus America, or China, or communism versus democracy. Like when you start doing these, like, I don't know about like political structures and who's bad or good. I don't know enough about that. But when you start hearing these narratives like they're bad, we're good, that's the Matrix. That's control. It's an illusion. Not all men are like Harvey Weinstein. Because Jesus was a man, right? So already that's false. Middle-aged white men are the patriarchy. That's a false narrative. Some dudes at the top that are middle-aged and white or whatever are bad. But not every dude is bad. Right? Not every black person wants to rob you or is violent. Not every black person. Right? Like the narratives are wrong. Not every Jewish person is like trying to destroy you financially. There are many loving Jewish people. Most people are loving. It's a small percentage that suck. And they exist in every group. Gays, straights, men, women, Jews, Asians, Hispanics, blacks, Middle Easterns. Like not all Muslims are terrorists. Most of them are very loving. The dude that sold me our used car was one of the most loving people I've ever met. He was Muslim. But he was like moving away from it, he said, because he thinks it's not a good religion. And I was like, I studied Sufism, which is a mystical sect of Islam, and is very loving. It's very loving. He didn't even know about that. Nobody knows about that stuff. Most religions, like, as they progress, the essence of it gets obscured, right? But at the core of every religion is love. Heaven is within you, as it is within me. That's what Jesus said, right? And then these things are taken out of the Bible. Entire chapters are taken out. And this happens to every religion. But at the essence, it's just love. And that everyone is beautiful. Everyone has the capacity for good and beauty. You don't start bad. You start good. And then down the road, the message got corrupted to you start bad. You need to come into our church and confess and give 10% of your money, and then you'll be good. Then you get to go to heaven. That's not the essence of the religions. The essence has always been you're good. Just do good. You are good already. Don't fall for the illusions of desire and fear. The Matrix, man. What's real and what's illusion? All fear is an illusion. All of it. When you want to do something and you're like, your shoulders tense, you're like, oh crap, what if like they think I'm not good enough, or what if they laugh at me, or what if I suck, or what if I fail, or what if I succeed, can I handle it? Like, what if, anytime you start something with what if, and it's something scary to you, that's an illusion. That's an illusion. Think about it. Is it real? Is it anywhere except inside your head? That's an illusion. And where did that illusion come from? The Matrix. You're plugged in, right? We're plugged in. Watch The Matrix 1. By the way, watch that shit once a week. It's a good textbook on illusions and reality. We've been plugged in. We've been plugged in since birth. Every time an adult or a peer gave us a look of disapproval every time they, what do you call it? What's the word for like taken aback by something you do if you're crying or being loud and they're like, ah. Disgust, I guess. I don't know. But like every time like society did that, it programmed you what you should and shouldn't do. And that's the plug. You're one plug, wire plugged into you. You're plugged in, right? And these programs are being put into you. When you go to school, comply, face forward. Authority. The teacher knows you don't know shit. That's the Matrix. Matrix is the illusion pulled over your eyes so that you would be a good battery. Right? Just like the movie. So you can be a good little battery. You go to work. You work hard. Give your life force, your creativity, all your best ideas for the corporation. And the corporation then pays taxes, right? So money is the movement of life force. Money is not a bad thing. It's neutral. And it's the obsession with it. That's what's not beneficial for you. But it's a neutral thing. And what you do is you go to work, you trade your life force, and they give you a little bit of money, like chump change. Like, here's enough to get you through the next 2 weeks. And then they get to keep your life force created lots of money for them, right? Like, you think the people working at a daycare, they get paid like $10, $20 an hour, but they're charging each student $1,500 a month. But they're charging the teacher to teach 5 students $20 an hour, right? So the teacher's making like, I don't know, $800 a month. But she taught 5 students, and that's $6,000. So she makes $800, but the school made $6,000. So they give her a little tiny piece of it. You keep it, which is fine. You know, you're the business. Then the school pays taxes on it, and that life force, the school makes money off your life force, but then the government makes money off the school's life force, and then yeah, who's getting all that money? Right? So it's the Matrix. It's a sucking of your life force. It's not just government. It's just whoever takes your money and your time. So there's 2 ways to take your life force. They can take your time, which is you go to work, you give your best energies to it. That's your life force directly. You're giving your life force directly, so for their profit, for whoever's profit, or you give your money to them, to whoever. And you do that through businesses. You buy things. Buy. Got to get the newest phone, newest iPhone 17 Pro Max. Got to get this, got to get that. They like put an illusion on you. You got to take these supplements so that you can be healthy, so that you don't die. The illusion is you're going to die if you don't take these supplements. And then you don't want to die, right? That's a basic human fear. So then you're willing to give up your life force, your money, for the promise of not dying too soon. It's an illusion because, I mean, some supplements are good, sure. But just eat healthy. Just move your body. Take a walk every day for 20 minutes. That's it. You don't have to work out. You don't have to go to the gym. You don't have to like do fucking CrossFit and all these crazy things. You just need to fucking walk. You got a dog? Walk your dog. Don't got a dog? Walk. Even better, you get to just walk at your own pace, not at the dog's pace. Walk. Get out there. Get some air. Walk every day. Count your calories. Get down to 2,000 at most, unless you're fucking yoked or fucking big and tall. But like otherwise, 2,000 is really all you need. Unless you're like doing some extreme workout. You can figure it out, but get to where you're supposed to be, and it's around 2,000. If you're shoddy, you're like 5 feet, 5'3", you're a girl, it's not 2,000, it's like 1,500. So just eat that much. Don't eat more. So walk, cap your calories at the right amount, and then eat whole foods. Stop eating shit that you don't know what it is. Look at the ingredients list. You don't have to read it. Just look at how many ingredients are there. If it's a long list of shit that you can't pronounce, like sodium biphosphate, don't eat it. Get a banana. That's one ingredient, banana. Apple, tomato. Put them together. Make an apple, tomato, banana salad. You know, that's it. Eat like a monkey. Monkeys live to like fucking 60, 70, 80. Right? So the illusion is a progressive program. You don't want to die, right? Well, we are a very reputable company, and we have this amazing supplement that has the studies, the data has shown that 4 out of 5 participants have an increase in metabolism, which helps with fat reduction, blah, 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 blah. And then ding, ding, ding. It's like, imagine you have like 6 barriers in your mind, walls of defenses for bullshit, one by one. Our doctors have approved this message. Boom, one wall broken down. It's FDA approved. Boom, another wall. Dung, dung, dung. The committee of this also, like, the studies have shown in Harvard Business Review, and boom, boom, boom. All these words. Until boom, you don't even realize, all of a sudden you just spent $300 on supplements. Or you're now on a monthly subscription of like $79.99 on supplements. And now 60% of your monthly income is going to shit you don't need because you got fucking destroyed by all these marketing campaigns. Yeah, man. That's the Matrix. And, you know, there's so much. Ah, man. You know, I was doing some research on baby formula because we were figuring out what kind of formula is good for our daughter, right? And I found that the very first baby formula, some doctor got goat's milk, mixed it with honey, and then marketed it on a poster. I saw the poster. It was like, better than mother's milk. This was in fucking like 1700s or 1600s. I don't know. It was really so long ago. Or the Ringling Brothers time, like circuses were still around. Better than mother's milk. Think about that. It always cracks me up. Like the lack of boundaries that some entities, corporations have. You know, some corporations are good. Again, see, it's not an absolute. Some are good, some are not. I'm talking about this milk company. The guy was selling basically a formula, right? It's goat's milk with honey and said it's better than mother's milk. Moms are going through the craziest shit after giving birth, pushing out a watermelon out their vagina, and then they're fucking wrecked, and then they gotta raise this baby, and they're like, they gotta give up their entire life for this other little being, and so they're struggling mentally, and then it's like a really big life force exchange. You gotta basically, the mom has to eat, and then all that food turns into milk, and she comes out of her breast, and as it comes out of her breast, she can feel the life force coming out of her, and it makes her feel tired and depressed because it drains both her, like, all her energy, mental, emotional, physical. It's an actual life force exchange so the baby can grow. It's really hard. So when some doctor comes along and says, hey, this is better than mother's milk, one, he's saying your mother's milk sucks and I got something better. How many struggling mothers are going to be like, okay, fuck it. Let's go. Let's do this. This is going to help me. I'm going to save time so I can help my baby, like, and also make income, right? I can work in the fields. It's really easy to pwn people that are in a desperate situation, right? So then that's how formula started. And before that, it was wet nurses. If you were rich enough, you could get another woman to breastfeed your kid. So royalty would do that a lot. Wet nurse is basically just another woman that had a baby, boobs are still making milk, and then you make them, your baby will drink from their breasts, and you pay them, I don't know, 1 shilling. Women have been, it's such a hard process that women will, if they have the opportunity, will basically give in to an alternative. Because breastfeeding is a hard thing. Yeah. But think about it. Milk, mother's milk, it's genetically, like the DNA, every time the baby's lips touch the nipple, the mother's body gets new information on, like, the baby's age, process in their growth, what maybe illnesses they're dealing with, and then the milk is reconstructed to address exactly what the baby needs in that moment. That's fucking evolution. Right? That's the human body. What formula can be better than that? So yeah, it's an illusion, man. It's everywhere. So you just gotta, all fear and desire is an illusion. You gotta remember that. You're already perfect as you are. Just the way you are. The OG you. Not the you with all these programs and fears and blah, blah, blah on top of you, but the original you when you were like 1 year old, 2 years old, 5 years old. Whatever you wanted to do when you're little, that's the real you. Whatever that is, whatever that was. It's still there. It's been pummeled. And yeah, it's just pummeled. Pulverized. But it's still there. Your heart still wants to do that. And you gotta but your heart's like, I don't want to keep telling you because you keep telling me no. The heart has feelings too. So you'd be like, hey, I'm willing to listen to you again. You listen to your heart. And yeah, it still wants to do those things. And that's the real you. You know, some people, their hearts want fame. Sure. But for the most part, like, if you want fame for fame, it's literally because you want approval. That's the whole point of fame, right? It's social approval. The real you doesn't need approval because you're already fine as you are. Why do you need any approval? If you want to fucking take pictures all day, that's beautiful. What's wrong with that? If you want to write poetry, that's fine. If you want to like dance, martial arts, draw, speak out, write, do film, act, right? All the arts, the OG arts, the expressions, those are all beautiful. But along the way, we're told those are not good enough. And you have to make money. You have to do this. You have to be famous. You have to be approved by society. You have to be this and this and this. You know? And before you know it, you spent your whole life doing something you don't want to do, and then saying, when I'm finally rich or retired, then I'll do what I want. You just got fucking matrixed. You got fucking pwned. Imagine telling your kid, oh, you love to draw? Wait till you're 65 before you do that. First, you got to focus on making lots of money. Just think about that. You might be like, oh, but like, you have to make money. I'm like, you can make money drawing. You can make money doing what you love. How did Toy Story make money? Toy Story's fucking drawings. In a digital drawings. Like Alice in Wonderland is a drawing movie. The OG one. The one from 1940s. That's art. You can draw digitally. All the biggest money makers are art. Like Picasso, it's $30 million a painting. Much more money than whatever the fuck you're doing 9 to 5. Why is it that 9 to 5s are capped at $300,000 a year? That's like nothing. You can't live off that. Yeah, man. The Matrix is essentially the trick, the illusion pulled over your eyes to stop following your heart and to give your life force away to the Matrix, to become a battery. Instead of living, you're slowly dying. That's the Matrix. And it's a multi-level illusion from birth and deployed by everyone and everything around you. It's self-reinforcing thing, right? Like everyone around you, adults, basically were kids before and they got matrixed. And then when you come to the world, they pass it on to you. They tell you what to fear, what to watch out for, what to do this, what to do. Don't do that. Don't do this. Oh, don't be a marine biologist. It doesn't make enough money, you know. Projecting. I'm projecting. Stop projecting. It's okay though, you know. It happened. That was what I wanted to do at a young age. But it's no one's fault. Everyone's plugged in, so no one knows. But some people do. You do. That's why you're watching. Or else you wouldn't be watching this. So many different ways we are getting fucked. That's why everyone's fat in America. Dude, fat pride, dude, fat like body positivity. That's a matrix illusion, dude. Don't get so fat because you're just gonna get diabetes and die of heart disease. Or get a stroke, aneurysm. You know, like, that's a trick. Fat people aren't bad. Having a fat body is unhealthy. That's all. Fat people are wonderful people. For the most part, I don't know. I don't know every fat person, but like for the most part, they're suffering. And that's their way of dealing with it. Because food is very comforting, because food is like a necessity. There's food, sleep, sex that are like the necessities, right? That's what we go for. So when you're fucking suffering and depressed and you have an option to eat something delicious, you're going to do it, right? So it's not bad that people got fat. It's not okay to tell them that they should stay fat. You got to face the truth. It's not a healthy way to get through depression. Start walking, eat healthy, take care of yourself. You're going to need your body. Everyone around you would love for you to stick around. That's it. See, the Matrix is really good at saying, they'll say, if you don't do what we say, you're being hateful. That's a good one. The hate. If you like don't support body positivity, then you hate fat people. AKA you're hateful. And that's hate speech. That's not true. If I'm saying people that are obese, are overweight or obese, need to lose weight, that's not saying I hate fat people. I'm saying I feel they have a healthier way to be. Fat people aren't bad. Ever. Some are, but not everyone is. That's another good example. Like BLM. Remember that? If you don't support George Floyd, you're racist. Not all black people are good. Most are good. But just because you don't support all black people doesn't mean you're racist to black people. Some are not cool. George Floyd was one of them. There's so many examples like this. If you don't support this cause, you hate all these people. That's not true. Like, for example, LGBTQ. If you don't support trans people like that are pushing like this in like schools, then you hate gay people? No, most gay people are great. But we don't have to agree with you pushing an agenda to kids. It should be agenda-less. It should be agenda-less. If a kid on their own decides they want to do this, then go ahead. But just because you don't agree doesn't mean you hate all gays. Right? That's like the Matrix. Don't fall for that. You can feel a certain way. You can have opinions. I like red. If you don't like red, do I need to fucking fight you? The color red. If you like blue, all of a sudden you're a fucking asshole. You gotta love red too. What the fuck? Do I have to do I have to be gay too? Do I have to love every single black person or else I'm a racist? Not all black people are cool. Some suck. Some gay people suck. Some gay people are cool. Some Asians suck. Some Asians are cool. We can't say our opinions anymore? If you can't say your opinion, it's the Matrix. If you're afraid to express your opinion about a certain person because otherwise you'll be labeled hateful to an entire group that person might identify with, then that's the Matrix. That's control. Yeah, man. I think that's good enough. I don't know what time it is. Let's see here. Oh, I might have been talking for like an hour and a half. Nice. All right. All right. Well, that's good for today, man. Yeah, that's good enough for today. All right, guys. Don't forget to jump in the air with your samurai sword. Spin your body, do a 720 spin, throw the samurai sword into the like button, and then run into it and do a spinning back kick to push the hilt of that samurai sword right into the like button to successfully like this video if you enjoyed this video. And then while you're there, give a fucking spinning elbow into the subscribe button. Bam! You know, the backward. Bam! Do the spin. Yeah. Thanks for watching. I will drop the Patreon episode this week. And for the YouTube episode, I'll see you next Wednesday. Don't forget to do what you love.